Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin, and today is Thriving Thursday. As of right now, we have 39 participants on the line. Please make sure you reach out to your team. We do not want any ICMs left behind. Today, we get to learn from Wanda Carrasquillo. And Wanda, it's truly incredible what she has been able to do with the Renatus system, both marketing and real estate. She's got an incredible story, and somehow she's always able to tie in either my quote or the generally speaking of the day into her training. And she has added a really, really nice touch of personal development and mindset training, and really has a great way of tying that in perfectly with the business that we're all in. So just a little bit of Wanda's background. She was born in Puerto Rico, earned herself 2 master's degrees, despite many challenges in life. In her career, she succeeded in many ways, but would always just hit a ceiling when she was exceeding or when she was trying to reach higher. She was always looking for business opportunities, and none of those ever came to fruition, but she definitely has an entrepreneurial spirit, and that certainly shows with what she's been able to do with the Renatus system. 3 years ago is when when Wanda found Renatus, and she's now exceeded her income goals in less time and effort. In her first 8 months alone, she earned 6 figures and has continued to do so each year after. That inspires me so much. And today, Wanda has completed around 20 real estate transactions. She's on the PIT team, meaning she's in training to be on the PAC, the President's Advisory Council, with our CEO, Bob Snyder. She's built a large team of entrepreneurs, and she leads by example and by being a product of the product. And so I'm just so grateful that she spends each and every Thursday morning with us. Good morning, Wanda. How are you?
Good morning, Billy, and thank you so much for that introduction. I'm so thrilled and happy to be here this morning. And I want to welcome everybody on the line. And let's see, we have here Belen, Sandra, Sue, Joy, Sherry, Mike, Michelle, John, Ada, Orlando, Lisa, welcome, Anna, Esther, Sandra, and Charles, and Glenn, and Samuel, and David, well, Hilda, Amy, Claire, Corey, and many others. Wow, we have 40 people on the line now, so call you people and have them come, Ada. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, I'm going to just kind of report on what we attempted last week, because at the end of the call, I said, let's have a challenge to see what we can do for 7 days at 100%. If we can work in our business at 100% for 7 days, what will that do to our business? So about 40 people responded, and consistently for 7 days, well, today will be the last day, we have met for about almost 2 hours, brainstorming and doing things, and it has been such an of like a mastermind that we have been able to put together and give ideas and put the things into practice. And I want to congratulate Sandra Lynette, because Sandra Lynette, during this week, she sold an essential. And out of all of that conversation, Sandra, you want to come up and talk about it and give us your experience in very, very short time, like maybe a minute or less, on how you can apply the things that we did to sell your essential.
Thank you, Wanda. Yes, this whole week has been very inspirational. So when Althea and I were discussing her business, because she is a psychologist and a massage therapist, lymphedema therapist, we started talking, and I said, wow, that's a fabulous education. I said, so tell me more about that. She said, oh, but I have so much student debt. Immediately, my brain said, oh my goodness, essentials, velocity banking is going to be able to pay down that for her. So she had gotten into, I had made sure she was online to go to an intro. And I think once she saw Scott present that Velocity Banking, she, it clicked, and immediately, I wasn't sure. I thought she was going to lean towards profits, but it was just logical that, Essentials was going to be the solution. So I just checked, I made sure she made her way to get funded online. They said she was approved for billing. I checked with her and I said, what are your plans? She said, well, let's talk on such and such a day. I reached out to her. I said, so, um, we're getting started today. And she said, yes, I want the essentials. I said, great. So I filled in the information, boom, sent her the link, and off we went to the races. I was like so excited. Thank you all for your support and congratulations.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Sandra. And what I want to point out in the story that she just relayed to us is that she found a problem and she built from that problem. So basically, we are trying to find and resolve problems or solve problems, right? So that is our mission. When you start doing marketing, you just don't going to just bombard people with the things that you want them to get because you want to make a sale. You need to figure out where they at in order to solve their problem. Okay. And during this past week, also Sandra is a rock star because she was on the ball contacting. She also had another experience with a realtor, and that one was different. So the first experience she had this past week was with this realtor, and she's trying to say, "Oh no, but you need this," and the realtor is like, "No, I have that, and but you need this." No, I'm okay, you know. So I'm Sandra, it's okay that I'm put you in the hot seat here,
No
but
problem.
basically, then Sandra, the next day, she brought the issue to us and say, "Hey, I had this conversation." And what happened was that the realtor was here, and she thought she knew everything that she needed for her business, and Sandra was only selling to her, and she couldn't go across because she didn't find the need, right? So we talked about that in the call, and we said, okay, what was her need? And that was not identified because Sandra didn't identify the need. She couldn't sell. Okay. My third sale, my qualified sale was a realtor, and he is my friend for many years. But he came to the meeting because he thought he knew everything that he needed for his business, but he just came to the meeting because he didn't want me to bug him anymore, right? So that's a different reason. So he came to the meeting and he bought, because then in the meeting he saw what he needed and he solved the problem. And as a matter of fact, he bought the entire X combo, and then he said that once he applied the HELOC and all of that in his properties, because he had invested already, he had gained the value of the education already by doing a HELOC in a rental property. Anyway, the thing is that what we need is to, number one, solve problems. So the first time Sandra couldn't sell to the realtor because she wasn't communicating with her to see her needs. And then we have in the education over 500 hours now with profits. We added many more hours. So it's almost close, between probably 450, somewhere around there, but it's more than 400 hours that we have solutions to people's needs and situations. So meaning the first time couldn't find the solution. The second time she attempted in a different strategy and she solved a problem because the girl has the student loans and she needs the velocity banking strategy to get rid of the student loans. So she solved a problem. And yes, perhaps eventually she will upgrade to the X combo or by profit or XP, but right now she has the foot on the door and she's in. And that's what is important. So,
Wanda?
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just want to let you know your sound is coming in kind of scratchy. It's on and off though. Sometimes it sounds clear and then other times it's really scratchy. I'm not sure if it's your microphone or speaker.
My sound, it could be, see the internet connection down here is not great. I'm still in Puerto Rico, and so maybe I speak slowly.
We can hear you
Okay.
just fine. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a speaker issue or something, but you're good.
No, I think it's that my internet connection is being on and off and low. Like I have, instead of all the lines there, I have less lines. And it's because, I think this whole coronavirus is bringing other issues. So people want people to upgrade in their internet connections. But anyway, what I was saying, thank you, Kelly. What I was saying is that once we concentrate on solving problems, you have over 400 hours of education that you will find a solution for their problem. But don't just bombard yourself with that. I share during this week, I share something and how to get organized in your life. So you can also, because the idea last week was that we were not having consistency, right? And I said, okay, so if we for 7 days we do 100%, what will happen to my business? In my case, I still send in, and I just had this inspiration to go back and look at people who have bought education from me or in my team in some point of another. And I'm sending, it's about 270 some people, but I'm sending emails to reach out to them and explain them about the new changes that we have in for profit and for the earnings plan and all of that is coming up on Monday. So those are things that you can do.
Deb, come on, walk, okay?
Hey, Joe, let's mute ourselves. Okay, so basically that's kind of the focus point. What am I going to do every day to keep my consistency and to allow people, or to allow me to solve people's problems? And the number one thing is that I organize my day in the 4F. The 4F is like the ones that Ron William has in his system, like faith, family, finance, and family. Faith, family, finance, and fitness. So all of those 4F. So you can take a piece of paper and divide it into a quadrant and put faith in one end, family, fitness, and finance. And then you can even do the 90 days plan on that quadrant and say, okay, in 90 days, what do I want for my faith? In 90 days from now, what do I want for my family? In 90 days from now, what I'm going to have for my fitness, and in 90 days from now, what I'm going to do in my business or finances. So if we cluster only finances, I personally say, okay, contact one person per day, one new prospect per day. That's 365 people that I will contact. And this is like the minimum, okay? Not putting too much effort. One person per day. But last month I put, like I will contact 100. That means 5 people per day. So you decide, what do you want? What is you desire to accomplish in your business? And consistently, you're going to meet that. However, I know there will be some days in which you feel, oh, I didn't complete my goal. And basically what you do is you shift and redirect your mindset, and you said, oh, I didn't accomplish today. You're not gonna make excuses, but I didn't do it today, but tomorrow I'm putting it back. So every day is in the moment. Instead of looking back and say in your brain like, oh, I am not going to be successful. I wasn't successful in this previous business. I wasn't, I've been in this business for this long and I haven't been able to accomplish much. Those are in your subconscious level, and your subconscious level is going to sabotage your present. And you're going to need to say, you know what, I'm sorry, but what happened in the past, it just happened. I'm going to concentrate in today and now. And today and now, in the morning, I look at my quadrant and I decide today in fitness, I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk 30 minutes. Today in family, I'm going to contact meaningful contact to one of my family members. And when I say meaningful, is do something different. Maybe a voice text, maybe a little sticky note on the mirror, something different, sending me roses or something that is different. And then in my finances, what am I going to do? I'm contacting one person, a minimum, one person, new one today. And then on my family, fitness, faith, and what was the other one? In my fitness, family, and my faith, what am I going to do? I'm reading a book, and faith is not necessarily like a religion or something, but what are you doing for your personal level, for your soul? And are you reading a book? Are you reading a motivational book, not a soap opera or fantasy book? It's just a motivational book. Are you connecting with your soul? Are you meditating? Are you doing something to connect to a higher being that put you into a different vibe of love and caring for others? And when you do that in the morning, like I said, I've been explaining, I have this routine that every morning I'm connecting first to Scott Rowe and to our call here in the meeting. And then from there, I begin pretty much my day. And that is how I created that routine for the last 3 years. So you create your own routine to go on your day according to the 4F. What you're doing for your faith, for your family, for your fitness, and for your finances. And that's how you get organized and create that habit every day. And as you find these people, I want to reiterate that in the world, even though we have 7.8 billion people in the entire world, and now we can go out and reach the world because we have profit, and profit can be sold anywhere in the world. You need to define the categories of these people. And I think I mentioned this before. You have the friends and family who are really close to you. Then you have acquaintance. Then you have you strangers. And even though your brain is going to say, don't talk to strangers, you have to kind of get out of that comfort zone and get into the control zone. And in the control zone, basically what you're doing is, what are the activities and the things that I can control in my life that I can do? Because you don't have control if the people or the person who you invite is going to come to the meeting. But you have the control of how many people you're going to invite. That's different, right? So you have this control zone that you need to manage. And in that sense, then I said, okay, I can control the many people I'm inviting. I can control how many relationships I'm going to establish today. And that's really, really important, because sometimes we just bombard people with advertisement and with invitations for meetings before you cultivate a relationship. And cultivating the relationship is really important for you to bring people into the channel and to the funnel of coming and see. And you just need to ask them, come and take a look. Come and take a look. I don't want you to buy anything. Come and take a look. Come and check this for me and give me feedback. Okay? Anybody have questions about up to this point? Let's see. I have here. I the only that here. Oh, okay, Scratchy does. Okay, that's awesome, Sandra. We think the internet, okay. Yeah, that's
You
what it
sound
is.
great, by the way. Your audio is perfect.
Good, 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 good. All right. So I don't see any other question, but please chat, put some questions on the chat, and I'll be checking them up. I'm not on my laptop, so it's easier for me to really manage the call. Um, all right. So what am I going with this? And I'm going because we are all like thinking, I gotta market. This is our job, right? Well, we represent Renatus to provide information to people to solve people's problems, but we do it because we have contracted with Renatus to market. And now we are in this online environment that there are so many platforms out there and where you can go and make a presence. But you're not going to make a presence. It's like imagine you are in a party or something and you just come like, hey, I want to sell this. How do you feel? You look at the person like, are you crazy? We are here having fun. I didn't even bring cash with me or anything. I don't know what you're selling. So you can just present yourself just like that and start kind of imposing your systems and products and services into people. So you need to make yourself yourself known in the social media first. You need to put yourself out there so people start watching you and seeing you. And that means daily presence on media, daily presence. And if you follow Rob Sperry's advice, he advised us to put a business page. And in our business page is where you can target mostly everything that it has to do with business. But on your personal page is more about your lifestyle, about the things that you're doing daily. Like last night, we have my aunt's birthday party on Zoom, and we have people from Boston, from Chicago, from here in Puerto Rico, in different parts of Puerto Rico, and it was awesome to have a lot of us getting together, both via Zoom. Now my cousin, I just saw this morning that he took a picture of a screenshot of our birthday party and posted online. So now people can start liking that post and commenting on the post, and you start building relationships. If I would be the one posting that, then I start building relationships. Oh, thank you for commenting on my post. Thank you. Any like and any comment is a possible prospect. So you convert that prospect into lead depending on the conversations that you have with that person and depending of the needs that you find in that person. If that makes sense. So you're not going to just bombard people. And something that I was telling all of these, the group that we got together for this week, is that people are asleep. Actually, people are sleeping right now. They don't know you in many cases. If you start putting yourself out there in the media, they don't know you. So you need to make your presence first to get people, like awaken people from that sleeping mode and get them into say, oh, Wanda is in here on social media. I'm trying now to get into LinkedIn. So for this past week, I've been concentrating on fixing my profile on LinkedIn and remodeling my LinkedIn page, because the training that I'm taking, they make the analogy of LinkedIn as a big convention center. So in the convention center, when you enter, you have different booths, and people have their banners, and people have, when you enter a regular convention center, you enter and then you start going from booth to booth, from booth to booth, and there's probably one that interested you more because it's going to solve a problem on you, or you resonate more with that booth and you probably buy something on that convention center. So the same thing is in LinkedIn, and that relationship is so awesome, in where I can say, oh, my people are coming to this convention center online in LinkedIn, and I have to prepare my booth and remodel my booth to grab people attention, so they see me first as that I have a presence there. So in this training, I have some tips and so on that I'm gaining to make my LinkedIn profile more appealing to people on something that is going to captivate their attention to stop at my booth. And from there, then you, because people are sleeping, you make your presence first and make sure that you cultivate that audience. Then you're going to start building relationships and allowing people to know that you're there, and they become, from being sleeping, they become asleep, like they wake up, and then they're going to be aware of what you're doing. Once you make people aware of what you're doing, then they can buy from you, because you're not going to just make, noises if they're sleeping. Though, what? Who are you, Wanda? If I start just sending texts and texts, or emails to people to buy Renato's education, and they haven't contacted me for a while. I think it was Sandra is so awesome. She brings so many examples because she's on the trenches doing it. But I think it was Sandra or one of the girls in the call who says that they haven't spoke, or maybe Hilda, they haven't spoke with this person for 12 years. They're acquaintance, they knew each other, but it hasn't been a contact for 12 years. So they have to first get that contact. Hey, how are you doing? If you haven't talked to somebody for a while, you have to establish that communication first. It's not like, hey, I'm selling Renato's education. No, care. Remember that Bob Snyder and many people say, you don't love money, you love people first, right? You love people. So don't love money and use the people. You just love people and use the money. Okay. So basically, we have to care about people. We have to be able to understand where people are first. If they're sleeping, you're gonna wake them up and then make them aware of what you're doing. Make it through that process. Questions, Guy? I want to make this interactive. I don't want to be like giving all the information.
I can't comment on that for me, because that was me. Like I concentrated on other important stuff at my time too, but I neglected my relationships, and that was one of the parts that I was struggling. Is like, how can I contact my warm market when I haven't even get in touch with them? And you make it, like I said, I was just complicating myself, and this is so simple. And I want to thank you, because you made it possible for me. And it is really simple. It's just a matter of getting in touch with them and just find what they need. So thank you, Wanda.
Thank you, Sandra. Sandra also participated on this week challenge, and we had so much fun. And we're gonna probably decide today how we're gonna structure it for next time. But just having this short period of days in which we can decide, okay, we're gonna concentrate to learn more, to have the enthusiasm and the ideas to make it happen. That was so awesome. Okay, any other comments, anything else? I see new people on the line: Matthew, Lisa, Samuel, and anybody wants to comment something on how are you making this happen? How are you actually communicating with people? Can you analyze yourself and give yourself a 10 or 5 star? If we say, okay, I'm going to evaluate my own business and see where I'm in this process of contacting people and finding the people to tell the story, to build for the event and follow up, where I'm at. And I'm a 5 star, 4 stars, 3 stars, 1 star, or 0 stars in that range. And I know there's always room for improvement, but am I really connecting with people? That could be one question. Am I really caring about people? Or am I just selling, selling, selling because I need to pay my bills?
Hey,
That's
Wanda.
yes. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, it's Lisa. Yeah, what I've been doing lately is I've been trying to connect with people, like playing the cash flow game, and that's on a like more friendly basis. I don't just come out and sell them. I have them come into the cash flow game, and that way we teach them how to play the game, and we're just joking around with them and getting to know that they have family and trying to see, you know, how far they're into real estate, but not really shoving the sales down their throat or anything. I tell them, you know, I'm just going to send you some email about our education, but you know, we really want to get to know you here. And that seems to be working. I got one lead that I entered in, and she's going to sign up this weekend for the essentials. So it seems to be working. And I kind of connected with her and her family. And she works in a medical field, and I work in the medical field also. So we connected that way. And we're, you know, it's actually working at least, and we're getting to be friends. And I send them to my group that I developed, like Sandy Girl Clark said, develop a group. So I sent them to the group, and I make little pitches there now and then, and also I do some lives on there just to kind of personalize with them.
Very good. And did you find a way to do that online?
Yeah, I do for the richdad.com, they have it online. So we just go in and we teach them. And then every deal, you know, we tell them, oh, this is what this deal will do to your paycheck, and this do to your paycheck. And they find it very interesting on everything. I'm not an expert at it either, but we kind of just play along. And I kind of teach them, you know, if you buy this fourplex, it's going to bring you this much cash flow, but it's going to take this much out of your paycheck. And they're like, wow, where'd you get this information? And then I tell them about Renatus.
Very good. Awesome, Lisa.
Yeah,
I love to learn that.
Me and my friend LaShawn have these three times a week. So
Are you putting that in the calendar?
Yes, it is. It's in Helios calendar. It's under game. So we have it Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you did it last night. You do it tomorrow, and then Sunday. That is awesome. So guys, invite people to that game.
Yeah, because people are scared to go to an intro, or they don't want to really come to the intro. Well, I want to get to know them first.
And actually, that is a very good first exposure. Yeah. Because you want to build relationships. You want to, Sandy Girl in her training, if you look at Sandy Girl's profile, she doesn't even have the business page. She, even in her posting, she posts every day, but she doesn't post anything about the business.
Right.
Anything. She is building relationships.
Yeah, we had a 2-hour conversation, so I kind of made it off of what she does and what you do and everything. So I figured instead of just shoving sales down their throat every 5 minutes, let's personalize with them. So LaShawn also does this with me. She does it on Wednesday, but we're there all 3 days for each other, and we put our guests in there. And some other people are putting guests in there too, and we're teaching them too. We don't care where they came from.
Sure.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's LaShawn, and we do protect our guests as well. Hi, Wanda.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I wasn't even aware. I know that there's some people, doing games, but I didn't know the structure. I know in face-to-face, we meet at the office and so on, but in an online environment, I was not aware. So thank you so much. I will
the richdad.com, if you go there, you can apply for the game board. And then Zoom allows you to make breakout rooms.
Yes.
So you put like sits in each breakout room. That way you're not talking over each other.
Yes.
And a leader is in each of the rooms. Like we have Renatus members that always comes. So they just break out with us in these rooms. And we all just help the new people.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing, Lashana and Lisa. You see how we are full of resources. It doesn't have to be only my ideas and my trainings. These are resources, guys, that you can use to make your business, to enhance your business and take it to the next level. There are so many things online right now, and if you look at the calendar, there are awesome ideas, awesome things. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a luncheon, and it's going to be to do the intro, but we want to get more people into it, and you can bring your guests, and it's going to be a fast intro, something to the point, not like 2 hours intro. So, because during lunchtime, what people have an hour. So lunchtime, boom, we can get this done in an hour or less and grab people attention. So you create your own funnel of passing people through the funnel. We do have a system. Yes, the beef system is one. But if you start building relationship, which is what Sandy Girl does all the time, she builds relationships. She builds relationships. And I know, but maybe for executive and for intellectuals, that is a little harder to do than for a validator, than for a relator. But it's the game plan. Build relationships, and building those relationships, then you can expand, because people are going to buy from people they like, and people are going to buy from people they trust. So that means that if they like you because they saw you in an environment that is not selling environment, that is a kind of a different environment in a game, they're going to start liking you. Then you start conversation, then they're going to start trusting you. And then eventually they will buy because they will like your lifestyle, or they like the way that you manage things. So that's the game plan for us. So let's use these resources and support Lisa and Lachan. Thank you for doing that. And that's why I did this challenge as well, because I want to reach out to everybody. It's not only my team, it's my. Remember that fear and ego, those are the two things that can stop your growth. Fear and ego. Your ego. So if I said, oh, I'm going to do this for my team, that's an ego thing. But if I open it up for everybody, I'm putting my ego outside, and then it allows me to grow more. And then if I just start with fear because what happened in the past or what I have not yet accomplished, that keeps me from stopping, from growing as well. Lashan, you want to say something?
No, I just, I'm glad that Lisa, chimed in. And I just wanted to thank Alvin Howard, because he just put in the chat that it's a lot of fun. And it really is. And you're not thinking about the fact that you're learning. You're just having fun, but you're learning at the same time. So Thank you.
Yeah, and also, Wanda, I found out, when people put their guests in with us, some of them are already Renatus members. I don't really care, because that's forming relationships also with other Renatus members that maybe we can partner in a deal later on and stuff. This one lady came in from North Carolina. She runs an REI group. So she doesn't need the education, but some people in her group does.
Yes.
So she's bringing people in. She brought 4 or 5 people to us already, and we're just forming relationships. So it's not always who walks in your room that's going to buy. It's the people that they can bring in too. And you don't only look to sell them Renatus, you also look to maybe have them as a private money lender or something like this. This lady owns 4 trailer courts. Oh my God, she could be a heck of a resource for me. I don't care if she buys, she's going to be a resource for me in a different way.
Yes.
and she's bringing people in. So people don't fear to set up these and look onto other people's new leads, because they could be something else to you. If they're not your leads, they could be, you could form a relationship with them still, and they could become something else to you. And you can help other people's leads. It's not all, you know, just your leads that you have to help. We had 3 people in last night that was just trying to get started in real estate. They had so much fun with us. They were laughing so hard. And I was like, well, we're doing something right. We're helping other people understand real estate.
That
And
is,
the other,
thank you for the impact that you are making into people. And what happened with your story for the person who belongs to the REI is that you're using her platform, basically. You're using her connections. And that's what
Nate, his audience, right? That's what you tell us.
That's what Nate Lambert did, right? To make the 143,000 in a month, he used somebody else's audience.
Yeah.
So that is a way to connect. Kudos to you, Lisa. Yes, 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 yes. Very
and
good.
also my friend LaShawn. She's been a great help. She takes, what we do is we take people in another room if they don't know and they need more help. We take them in another breakout room and we help them one-on-one.
Awesome.
So they always get the help they need. Huh?
The next one is tomorrow, Friday?
Yes, Friday at 6. That's Central Time. It's on the calendar at 6 Central Time.
Central, which is 7 Eastern, 5 for Mountain Time, and 4 for Pacific. Awesome. I think I'm going to join you tomorrow.
That'll be fun.
Because you know what, I'm not a game kind of person. I do like solitary games and stuff because I like to activate my brain, but I'm not kind of like a game. So when we have done Catch Flow, even in the face-to-face environment, I'm the one that I'm like kind of running the show, but I don't really do the game. So I think I need to learn the game.
Yeah, it's easier because it adds the figures for you. So when you're doing the cash flow game, I only played the cash flow game one time in person, and you have to erase and you have to figure and everything. But online they do it for you, so it's easier to calculate and everything to teach people.
Okay.
Wanda, the only thing I wanted to add was that anybody that goes on the calendar and they register themselves or their guests, when they come to our game, they're always protected, so that person is always connected to them, and we know who they how they came into us.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the respect that we have and expect in every event that you put together, right? So we, as independent marketing marketer, we have the prerogative and the power to create your own events. You don't have to plug into events. You can create your own ones, but be respectful, because if you put it in the calendar, you're going to expect people to come in.
Yep.
And you respect everybody, because that's what we do as family. We respect each other's guests, and we treat each other's guests with respect as well. But thank you so much for that. I'm just happy to hear that you guys are doing that for the entire community as a whole, and that is what we need, more people who can join the forces and reach out. We have maybe 1,500 ICMs around there, or maybe 2,000. I'm not sure of the exact number, but somewhere around there. And we all can be contributors. We all can contribute to the whole. We all can do better to expand our mission. Remember that our mission statement, for Renato's mission statement, is to empower a million entrepreneurs. And we are part of that million already, but we have a long way to go. So we need to continue empowering people. And the way that you are doing is when you put yourself visible out there, even for our own community or outside of our communities. When you go to participate in groups, that's another thing that I've been hearing a lot, is join different groups online. join different groups, join different platforms. Like I'm getting into LinkedIn. So I've been only like Facebook girl, but I need to move into different platforms. I'm not even tapping into this other one, the pictured one. I even forget the name because I'm not so familiar with Instagram. So, but if you can learn it and if you can apply it and be present on those platforms, you'll be able to reach more. I was telling the group that we got together, we said we need to start fishing in different ponds and fishing in ponds that people are looking for you, where people are already like-minded people. And that's what you do, and then you give value. So you make your presence in that platform, and you start providing value. Provide value. One of the things that I learned this week, or this analogy that this coach is using, the one I'm learning the LinkedIn system from, he used the analogy of our customers are like ATM machines. So you go to a bank and you bring $100 to open up an account. You open up your account and they give you your ATM card. You go outside and you put the ATM card in there and you ask for $10,000. The machine will not be able to give you that. Why? Because you have not yet deposited enough to withdraw 10,000. And so friendships and relationships are like that. You need to deposit to be able to withdraw. And it's not like you are expecting people to give you something in return. You just love people. But at the same time, you're providing value. So when it's time for them to give you value, you will see that is going to happen because you provide enough value for them to really, that's my alarm to go to my kitten call. So when you have provided enough value, then you can withdraw, okay? So any questions, guys? I need to kind of get settled here for my next call, but I would love to contemplate any questions. Thank you so much, Sandra.
Wanda?
Sandra at Exponent 2, Sandra Hernandez and Sandra Lynette for your participation. Thank you, Lisa and Chef Lashan for your participation. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for showing up, because that's the thing, that you create these habits of showing up. You learning, you absorbing, you go out to the world and apply and make a difference. I don't want to be that person like Les Brown says, where are the rich of the world, the treasures of the world? Where are the treasures of the world? And Les Brown says that the treasures of the world are in the cemetery. Why? Because people have ideas, people have intentions, people have desires, but they don't do anything about it. They die and they take all of those desires, they take all of these inspirations, all of the ideas, all of the inventions and creativity that they have to their grave, and they don't do anything. And I don't want to be that person. I don't know about you, but personally, I don't want to be that person that just passed through life. I want to be that person that impacted somebody's life, that when I go out of this world, I can say, I did my job. I helped somebody. Okay. All right. So let's see if there's any comments. I know. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, everybody, for your participation.
Wanda?
Thank you for sharing. Yes.
Quick question. Last time that you were on, you had offered anyone that was interested in joining about helping them.
Yes.
Are you still doing that or no?
Yes, I actually, I'm available if you need help. I'm doing this. I did this challenge, 7 days challenge, and it ends today. About 40 people joined the chat. I have a chat room, and they all want to stay together. We build some bond there, and I think we're going to create a massive movement with people who I don't want to leave ICM behind. And you always have some that are more in need of handheld, and I'm the type of person that I like to kind of bring those up. And yes, I'm available. So I will post in the chat or in the different groups my intention for this coming week, and see how we're going to develop the next week, or if we're going to meet daily, or if we're going to meet every other day or something. And I will invite you to participate, and I'm available. Yes, if you need me for three-way calls or for three-way texting or something, I'm here to support my entire Renatus community. That's my job. That's what I'm here for.
Well, thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. And congratulations, Sandra.
Thank you.
Where are you posting, Wanda?
If I run the 7 days challenge again, it's gonna be in the elevate team, and also in the row team. And then I have a group that is my team. I call it WOW team, and my WOW network, I have students there, my own ones. But again, I think today when we meet at 3 with the rest of the group, we're gonna open up that group for everybody as well. So I will invite more people to be on that group. It's the WOW network team. WOW meaning World of Wealth. That's how I have my group. So WOW team, and I have it's so neat that I have one of my team members who gave me this gift.
Nice.
So she made that and gave it to me, and it's just so cool. It's the WOW team. And I have my cousin came to the house and said, "Oh, that is backwards. It's supposed to be mom." No, it's wow. So it's the WOW team. No, it's not mom, it's wow. So, okay, yes, you will figure it out, and you will find out how we're going to expand this to help others and to get people into the mindset. This call in the morning at 10 is, now is great, but I think people need more, and people are in need of more to produce more and be more connected. And especially in this time where we cannot see each other, it's time to build these communities online, and I'm here to assist. Okay, so who does meetings out in Spoke, Washington? Check with James and Lisa Lees. Those are PAC members, and I believe they are in that area.
Chris McIntosh is in that area.
Chris McIntosh, yeah, and Sandy Girl, yeah.
And Sandy Girl, yes.
But I don't know if they do presentials. I know Sandy is 100% online, but you can let them. All right, guys, we are, oh my goodness, at the top of the hour. I need to jump into my next call. So thank you so much for your participation. This has been great. And I wish that you have the wonderful, wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful weekend. Make it happen. And I see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wanda, see you at 3.
Yes,
Thank you, Wanda.
Thanks, Wanda. Bye.
Thank you, Wanda.
Thank you. Thank you, Wanda. Bye.